Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Marauder EX here. I know it's been a while. I'm sorry that it took longer than I was expecting, but buying a house will do that. Uh, it More problems arise than you ever think when you buy a house. But it's mine, so I love it, problems and all. And I've been working on a lot of the problems, which is why I haven't been doing videos. Um, But I'm back, and I said in my last announcement video that the first thing I'd do when I got back, since I knew that I was getting a house and I knew that I was getting a game room, once I got the game room set up, I was going to show you guys my setup. And so that is this video. This is going to be my game room tour, and you may be thinking, well, I'm just sitting here staring at a piece of carpet. Well, that's just part of it. There's carpet in the floor. Anyway, now that I'm done rambling, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys around. I'm using a new laptop webcam, so it's gonna be kind of fun dragging this thing around. Let's see, center of the room. I'll just do a spin and then we'll start looking around, shall we? I was hoping to have better light, but it's pouring down rain today, so I mean, not really happening. So once I do a quick pan through like this, I'm gonna start talking about things a little bit more. I'm gonna zoom in. First of all, I'll talk about my posters. I've got some Club Nintendo posters for Mario, and then a Dragon Quest Sentinels of the Starry Sky poster that I stole from GameStop and got framed. I love it. Along the back, I've got Lotus War, and then my Marauder poster from Battletech. So, got that. Other posters consist of, I've got a Link standee, also from GameStop, given to me by Luth 1 year as a Christmas gift. As you can see, the standee doesn't work because we've cut the bottom off and now it hangs. Mario Brothers Wii, also stolen from GameStop. A Zelda poster, which is kind of hard to see with that glare. Twilight Princess. I had that one framed, but as you can see, it's got a white border because the Club Nintendo posters are not standard sizes. So be careful about that. Other decorations. Final Fantasy wall clock. That was a housewarming present made by my wife and a friend of ours. They put it together for me, and it turned out quite nice. Nights into Dreams poster. Chrono Trigger. A Lunar box, also liberated from GameStop. Shining Force 2 poster. I had that made, and I love it. It's gorgeous. Mario Timeline, which, let me step away from some of the glare. And a Legend of Zelda Link timeline. And last is Shining Force 3 poster. I also had that one made, and I'm very proud of that one as well. Alright, now let's take a little bit more of an in-depth look. I'm going to keep it zoomed in a little bit while I look around, mainly because the light in here sucks. So I'm going to show you this, starting off. This is my miscellaneous figure shelf. I've got Cypher, Optimus Prime, little Einstein bobblehead. The basket there on the end is actually made out of pine needles. My mom made that. It's quite interesting. I love it. Next shelf down, I've got Tekkaman Blade, Guyver, and a couple of Gundam figures. Next shelf down is all Gundam figures and model. Like, all these are the snap together model kits. I loved the Tekkaman Blade ones. I'm so happy that I was able to get a hold of those. Next shelf after the Gundams is just miscellaneous. Escaflowne, Digimon, Metabots. Two figures that I got from GameStop. Dark Angel, Dark Phoenix, something like that. I've got a link to it somewhere. Kenshin figures, also from GameStop when they went to like $1 a piece. Very bottom shelf is a Liger and a Raw. Yeah. Off in the corner, it's kind of hard to see, I've got the swords that I haven't hung up yet. One of them is my Masamune, my Sephiroth replica. As you can see, it is as tall as the shelf. So, I don't know where I'm going to put that beast. Next to that, in the box, is another katana that was given to me as a wedding gift by a good friend of mine. That's probably the nicest and most expensive sword that I own, which is why it's staying in the box. Next up, we've got my gaming shelf. This is my Dungeons & Dragons, newer stuff, older stuff on the middle shelf, and on the very bottom shelf, it's kind of hard to see in the light, is all of my Shadowrun stuff. And next to that is my hat. You're going to be seeing a lot of that. Trust me. On top of that is a painting I made when I was like 4 of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes, it's made its way into my game room, mainly at the request of my wife. She said I couldn't get rid of it. For seating, I'm going to zoom out here so that you can see it a little bit better. I've got what's turning out to be stadium seating. It was just going to be the 2 chairs. These 2 chairs were donated to me by Philip's parents. You may remember Philip from a couple of the LPs. I love Philip to death. Him and his family have been nothing but fantastic to me. So if you're watching, Philip, I love you and I love your family. Thank you for the chairs. And then we've got a recliner in the back that we're joking is becoming stadium seating. And I'm actually tempted to make a box for it to where it is elevated so that it can work as stadium seating. That was given to us by my wife's family, and she has taken that over, and that's her laptop there that she's been playing Final Fantasy XI on while I get this game room set up. The 2 bins in the back, the blue one is filled with oversized controllers like the Donkey Konga, drums, DDR mat, that sort of thing. The white one is spare systems. So I've got my big bulky PS1, a spare Saturn, all sorts of spare stuff in there. Let's see. The shelf being flanked by swords, more swords. That is the sword that I wore at my wedding. That's my sword. That's my baby. More gaming-related merchandise on top. The Golden Sun I stole from GameStop. The figures were all gifts at one point or another. Then the game collection itself, starting with the Saturn cases that I've modified on the top. Wii. PS2, which will be the largest I own once I finish with that. Xbox 360. GameCube. PSP. PS1. Dreamcast. PC, and DS. That's my game collection as it stands now. There's some more stuff over here. On this shelf, I've got being guarded by Mega Men and a Bonsley. The Saturn cases that I've managed to keep over the years. My one Sega CD game. My boxed Genesis games. And then down here, in this tub, I have all of my loose carts. So all of my loose N64, my loose Genesis, my loose Atari, and a couple of loose NES games. In addition to more gaming-related merchandise. Slime, a Pac-Man, Mario hat. This shelf is all kind of gaming-related. It's strategy guides, manga, and legitimate books down at the bottom. My TV, which is right now playing the Grandia 2 soundtrack on the Saturn. TV given to me by my parents. They decided to upgrade to a really high-tech TV, and so I got this beast, and I'm very happy with it. Very happy indeed. And now another part that you guys are more interested in is the system shelf itself. On top, I've got my Wiimotes and my system selectors, and then tons of wires. There's really just no way to make that look pretty if you want everything hooked up at once. Next shelf is the 360 and the PS2, followed by my Dreamcast, my Saturn, and my Wii, one of my Wiis, I've got the black one here, and I've got a red one upstairs that was a wedding gift. It's hooked up into the TV in the living room. So, and then N64 Model 1 Genesis, and then I've also got a Model 2 Genesis hooked up that I was testing some of the games on. So, yeah, I didn't have a Genesis, and now I have an overabundance of them. I love it. This is my PC. This is what I'm going to be using for recording games from now on. I've got it hooked up to my Dazzle. It was a pain in the ass to get this hooked up because Pinnacle just doesn't like it, and it keeps dropping a bunch of frames. So I've now had to switch to Debut. So if my videos seem a little bit weirder in quality, hopefully for the better, that's why. It's because I'm no longer using that software. So, minor change. Hopefully not anything too big. So yeah, that is my game room. This is what I've been working on. I hope you guys think it's as awesome as I do. I'm in love with it. I love just the setup here. It's fantastic. And before I go, I'll give you guys, this is the entrance. So this is it. All panoramic. Alright, so yeah, that's my game room. So that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and go and start working on actually recording now. Now that I'm, getting back into doing games. So I'll catch you all in my next installments. Till then, later everyone.